A warm welcome and good morning to all of those who are watching and joining with us. Please grab your yoga mats as we're going to be going into the exciting Trithiya Vinyasa Krama, and we have so many exciting asanas to be doing, to be practicing today. Before we begin, let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. And then we'll now chant the Shiva Mula Mantra. The Shiva Mula Mantra is literally invoking Paramashiva inside of you, and we'll be chanting this internally without even moving your lips. But we'll be chanting this out loud for all of us to follow along. Let's start. Om Ham Hom Shivaya Namaha. 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 Yes, and now we're going to be doing the Achamaniyam. So you're going to need your Panchapatram, the traditional cup and spoon. What we're going to do first is keep your hands in the Gokarna Mudra, which is a slight cupped position, keeping your index finger bent. And now take one Uddarani or 1 spoon of water and pour it in your right hand, in the center of your right hand. And along with the following mantras, sip the water from the base of the palm. Let's start. Om Atma Tattvam Shodayami Svadha. Om Vidya Tattvam Shodayami Svadha. Om Shiva Tattvam Shodayami Svadha. Yes. Now wash your hands, rinse your hands with 1 spoon of water, and with the base of your thumb, wipe your lower and upper lip along with the mantra Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha, and wash your hands. Now with the index, middle and ring fingers together, you're going to touch above your lower lip and below your lower lip, above your upper lip and below your lower lip, and wash your hands. Now with the index finger and thumb together, touch your right nostril and left nostril. With your ring finger and thumb together, touch your right eye, right ear and left ear, and wash your hands. With your little finger and thumb together, touch the navel center, right chest and the left chest, and wash your hands. And with all of the fingers put together, touch the crown of the head, right shoulder, left shoulder, and the heart center. And now we will be entering into the Sankalpa Mantra. Before we go into the chanting, take a few minutes now and visualize what you want to manifest during this Nithyananda yoga practice. Not just strength or physique, balance, stability, flexibility, everything that you'll be achieving in the yoga mat today, but also what you want to achieve outside in your actual life, in your work life, in your relationships. Everything that you can dream of achieving, you can have here, right here on the yoga mat during this Nithyananda yoga practice today. So take a few minutes, visualize as if you have already achieved everything that you want. Yes, and we'll now begin the Sankalpa Mantra.
Now keep your hands in the Sankalpa Mudra while clasping your left palm with your right palm, and keep both the hands on your right thigh. Continue to visualize from your consciousness as we chant the Sankalpa Mantra. ममोपात समस्त दुरित क्षय द्वारा भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थम च शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीय परार्धे श्री श्वेतवराह कल्पे वैवस्वतवन्मन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शखाब्धे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये विश्वावसुनाम संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने श्रीलक्ष्मीवेङ्कटेश्वर ऋतौ धनुर्मासे शुक्लपक्षे शुभदितौ गुरुवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकरण एवं गुणविशेषणविशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभदितौ श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशान्त श्यामला पीठारूढ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वरा भिन्न स्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपानलब्ध दिव्यज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागमसारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्तृ श्रीमत्परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रया नगीयमान छत्र चामर चिन्नकाहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्यापवर्गवर्ष विश्रानजीमूत परमत कलभकेसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपन शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानो वीक्षणा निर्हार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद् वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्तृ सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनां अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामला पीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रिनवद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रचित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्तृ साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मन इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र सूरसेन इत्यादि अनवचिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूढ़ाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाण पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य Srimad Paramahamsa Parivrajakaacharya Varya Satchidananda Pranava Swarupa Shrotriya Brahmanishta Srimad Jagat Guru Srila Shri Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Shri Jnana Sambandha Deshika Paramacharya Swaminam Prityartam Tesham Padaravindayoho Bhakti Siddhyartam Guru Kripa Kataksh Siddhyartam स्थैर्यवीरवजायुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थकाममोक्षचतुर्विधफलपुरुषार्थसिद्ध्यर्थं समस्तदुरितोपशान्त्यर्थं समस्तमङ्गलावाप्यर्थं भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवप्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्यजीवन्मुक्तिप्राप्त्यर्थं पूर्ण आरोग्ययुक्त धृतगात्र यौगिकशरीरसिद्ध्यर्थं परमशिवशक्त्याविष्करणार्थं नित्यानन्दयोगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Now, with this conscious visualization and manifestation, wash your hands with the water from the Panchapatra. Om Apopasprisya. Now, we request all the viewers to please put your Panchapatram aside, and we'll be now starting with the Nithyananda Yoga.
Nithyananda, welcome everyone to another class of Nithyananda Yoga. Before we get started into the asanas, we'll be doing a short warm-up. And just a quick disclaimer, if you are elderly, if you're pregnant, if you have any health condition, please do not do anything that goes beyond your limits, goes beyond what your doctor has advised you. And listen to your body throughout the practice. If you feel something is too much, listen to your body and just do as much as you can. So with that in mind, let us get started with the Nithyananda Yoga. So let us all stand up for the warm-ups. We'll be warming up every part of our body so that we are able to more easily get into the asanas. So let us start from the ankles and work ourselves up. And starting with the right ankle, just rotate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's switch ankles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Now let us work out our knees. Put our hands on your knees and slowly rotate your knees clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now let's stand with our feet shoulder width apart. Place your hands on your hips, and we're just going to do large rotations with our hips, so we work out the whole hip area, waist area, and your thighs. So we'll just feel each direction. So front, go to your right, go to the back, go to the left, and then forward. It's important, we're going to keep our legs straight during this whole rotation. 1. Good. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. And
8. Let's go in the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Great. Now we'll just swing our arms up and down. Okay, now let us just rotate from the right to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now we'll work out our shoulders. We'll just do some shoulder rolls to start with. So roll your shoulders back for a count of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now the other direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's put our hands on the shoulders and do same thing, shoulder rolls, but we're going to have our elbows meet if possible and do big shoulder rolls, drawing circles with your arms. Great. Try this at home. 1, 2, don't just sit there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Start the new year working out your body, joining us for Nithyananda Yoga every day. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And today's asanas will be using our wrists in some of the asanas, so we need to really have them loose. So let's just shake them out. Shake it out. And now do some proper rotations. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now do the other direction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's swing our arms again. 1, give them a rest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now let's just pull back our wrists. Really give your wrist a good stretch. Face down. Yes, you really should feel that pulling in your wrist area. Other hand. Good. Face down. Okay. Now we'll finish the warm-up with some head rolls. Now it's important to really be gentle with your neck. Just go slow, but make sure you do the full rotation so you're getting a full warm-up for your neck as well. So let's start going towards the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now here, just hold your head with your right hand before we do the other direction. So you should feel a slight stretch on your left side. Now let's do the circular motion to the other side. 1, 2, shoulders down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now hold it here. Feel the stretch on your right side of your neck. Good. Now place your hands on the back of your neck. Gently push forward. And you can just gently push back also. Okay, good. Now I think we're ready for today's asanas.
Nithyananda. So before we begin the asanas, we are going to enter into the skeleton dance. And in the skeleton dance, you are going to be visualizing yourself as a pure skeleton. You don't have any muscles, you don't have any flesh, you don't have any blood, nothing. You're just pure bones. And hold that visualization, close your eyes, hold that visualization and shake your body. You're going to start by shaking your body, like slowly shake all the parts of your body, and then you're going to intensify the shaking as you go in the skeleton dance. Okay, so let's do that. Let's start with the skeleton dance and hold the visualization.
Nithyananda, Nanda Kishora Nithyananda, Natana Sundara Nithyananda. ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯ ವಿಠಲೇ ಪಾಂಡುರಂಗ ಜಯ ವಿಠಲೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯ ವಿಠಲೇ ಪಾಂಡುರಂಗ ಜಯ ವಿಠಲೇ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ನಿತ್ಯ ವಿಠಲೇ ಮೇಘರೂಪ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಮಾನಸ ಚೋರ.
Walk on your mat slowly, back and forth, and touch your breath. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. Okay, so now let us come to a sitting position. The next set of asanas will be in sitting positions. And today, the first asana we are going to be entering into is Bakasana. So in Bakasana, you are going to be bringing the soles of your feet together. So bring the soles of your feet together and try to lift your toes up in such a way that it is touching the navel. Okay, so you can, as much as possible, you can try to come to this position, but be careful not to strain yourself or hurt yourself. So just come to this position as much as you are able to, and then you are going to be placing your hands on your knees in the Shambhavi Mudra. And while you are in this asana, you are going to be engaging, you are going to be performing the Shanta Kumbhaka. So in the Shanta Kumbhaka, you are just going to breathe in normally, and you are going to be restraining your breath, where you are going to be visualizing the prana, feeling yourself entirely inside and outside. Okay, and also engage the Mula Bandha, where you are going to be locking in your perineal center. And continue with the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, chanting internally. Gaze at the tip of your nose and visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Bhagasana 2. Paga ulata modi bese paga kama hiligul fakulam pasiti lagave pache pagatalya ki pishti hatasyo modi jaga bareli kaniyani pagatali pishti lagave.
Okay, good. And now the next asana. Yes, so the next asana we are going to be doing is going to be in the same position. But before we go into the next asana, let us enter into Bhadrasana just to loosen up our muscles. So in the Bhadrasana, you are going to be placing your heels together, right? And you can hold on to your heels and just flap your legs. So that's going to loosen your inner thigh muscles especially. You can feel the nice stretch in your inner thigh. Okay, so now let us enter into Siddhi Jivi Asana. So this asana is very similar to the previous one. Again, you are going to be sitting and bringing your soles together at the perineum. So bring your soles as close as possible to your perineum, and then you're going to try to raise the toes upwards. Okay, try to raise the toes upwards. If you need the help of your hands, that's okay. You can use your hands to try to raise your toes upwards, and keep the soles flat. Keep the soles on the ground. Okay, don't try to raise your soles. Just keep the heels on the ground. All right. And if you can, bring your hands on your knees. And here you're going to be continuing with the Shanta Kumbhaka, where you're going to breathe in and you're going to restrain your breath and visualize the prana, the air force going, spreading inside you and outside of you. And here we're going to engage the Udhyana Bandha, where you're going to be locking your perineal center, as well as you're going to be sucking in your stomach and suck your stomach in and up. Continue with the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham internally. Continue to visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, as living the life, and visualizing yourself, you are living the life of a perfected yogi as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And gaze at the tip of your nose.
Siddhi Jivasana. Pagaka u sojo jai.
Okay, good. If you want, you can just stretch your legs a little bit. Relax your muscles. Okay. Now the next asana is again similar asana. We're going to enter into Panipatrasana. So as the name suggests, Panipatra, it's a jug of water. So in this asana, again, bring your soles together, all right, and press the soles of your feet towards the navel. Try to bring them towards the navel again, like the previous asana. And here you're going to bring the palms together in front of you, representing a water pot, right? So you're going to place your hands in the Anjali Mudra as a representation of a water pot, all right? You're going to gaze forward in this asana. Continue with the Kumbhaka, the Shanta Kumbhaka. Breathe in and restrain your breath and visualize the prana going everywhere inside your body and outside of you. And here engage the Mula Bandha. Lock in your perineal center. Continue the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Chant internally. And visualize yourself as a source of water.
Panipatrasana. Nabo samstapya gulpocha tanmadye karapatratam shainarayatnena kurvita panipatram taduchyate.
Good. Now let us enter into the next asana. So the next asana that we are entering into is yes, let us enter into the next asana.
The next asana.
Yes, so the next asana we're going to enter is the Shapta Rishi Asana. So in the Shapta Rishi Asana, it's a little bit more challenging. We'll show you how to do the Shapta Rishi Asana. You can see here on the screen. So in this asana, you're going to be bringing your feet into your respective armpits. Okay, so bring them inside, both feet inside your armpits. If you are not able to bring them inside your armpits, at least try to bring both legs up and up till your arms if you're able to, okay? And you're going to be forming a finger lock with your hands and place them behind your head, on your head. If you place your hands, interlock your fingers and place them on your head. Continue with the Shanta Kumbhaka here. You're going to breathe in normally and restrain your breath. Visualize the breath, the prana, going to every parts of your body inside of you and also spreading outside of you. Lock in your perineal center in the Mula Bandha and continue chanting the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and visualize yourself as one of the 7 Shapta Rishis. Gaze at the tip of your nose in the Shapta Rishi Asana.
Sapta Rishi Asana. Do upaga ke pagatale tinake laike jusoye. Do kanani mai dare nasa dilo samoye. Bahurato hastaka kasi kare sole ani sinapare dare.
Okay, so now let us enter into Suktyasana. So in Suktyasana, you are going to raise up onto the knees, right? So raise up onto your knees and bend the legs inward. So we'll show you again here how to do Suktyasana. As you can see here in the photo, in the picture, you're going to raise up onto the knees and bend the legs inwards. You're going to bend your legs inwards and the heels touching one another at the groin, okay? So the feet should be pointed upwards. Yes, so try to so basically come onto your knees and try to bring each leg up in such a way that each leg is touching the groin, and keep the hands on the ankles. Hold on to the feet in place. You can hold on the feet to help you support the legs, and continue with the pranayama, the Shanta Kumbhaka. Breathe in and restrain the breath. Visualize the breath going every parts of your body inside and outside of you. And lock in your perineal center in the Mula Bandha. Continue to chant the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and visualize yourself as a pearl born from the womb of an oyster.
Shuktasana. Pashni nabho samstapya jhangabahi pradeshena samilayet shrukyasanam bhavati.
Okay, relax. You can relax now. So now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Isthirasana. So in Isthirasana, again, come to a sitting position. It's a little easier, this asana. So keep your legs crossed in Padmasana. So come to Padmasana, your legs on top of the respective thigh, okay? And you're going to place your hands down. So basically interlace your fingers and place your hands down on the mat in front of your body. You're going to place your hands down on the mat in front of the body and lean forward, pressing the hips down. So lean forward and press the hips down, okay? And lift. You should be lifting your heads up here and stick the tongue out. So lift your heads up and stick your tongue out here And the pranayama continues to be the Shanta pranayama, where you're going to breathe in normally and restrain your breath. Visualize the breath, the life force going, spreading inside your body and outside of you. Lock in your perineal center in the Mula Bandha and continue the mantra internally, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And sit and be in the space of oneness with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, the 1008 incarnation of Paramashiva. And here gaze at your third eye. So let's try that. Stick your tongue out.
Sthirasana. Jamunam pagane vanadhab pagane angani che rakhine ane.
Okay, good. Now, the next asana is going to be again a sitting asana. So, the next asana is Ambujasana. So, in Ambujasana, continue to remain seated in Padmasana and place your palms on your respective knees, okay, and raise up. So here we're going to perform a new pranayama, which is the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka. So in this Kumbhaka, you're gonna place the tongue slightly in front of your teeth, but do not touch the teeth, and you're gonna you're gonna breathe in, just like how make your lips in the shape of a beak, and breathe through that. Avoid touching your teeth with your tongue. Just breathe in through the hole while your lips is in the shape of a beak. Okay. So now you're gonna engage in the Udhyana Bandha. In the Udhyana Bandha, you're going to be locking in your perineum, and you're going to be sucking your stomach in and up. In the Udhyana Bandha, continue chanting internally, Om Nithyananda per flower, Ambujasana, and gaze at your third eye.
Ambujasana. Apanamutapya shane Shiva Shaktyaih pranam samkrishya cha kumbhakam charet.
Good. Relax. Now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Kamalasana. As the name suggests, you are going to be visualizing yourself born from a lotus flower, Kamal, and continue to remain seated in Padmasana with your legs crossed over the opposite side, and place your palms on your respective knees. So cross your arms and place your palms on the respective knees. So continue with the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka. So place your tongue slightly close to your teeth without touching your teeth, and make your mouth in the shape of a beak, and breathe in through the hole in your mouth. So raise up the apana. Here you're going to raise up the apana vayu, the prana, and retain the air, and hold on to your breath to your capacity here, and continue to engage the Udhyana Bandha. Lock in your perineal center and suck in your stomach in and up. Continue chanting internally, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and visualize yourself being born from a lotus flower, and gaze at your third eye in Kamalasana.
Kamalasana. Tatra kaulashanam kritva atava kamalasanam.
Relax. Now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Uttamangasana. So in Uttamangasana, remain seated in Padmasana with your legs crossed on the opposite thigh, and you're gonna lower your head to the ground like this. So extend your hands in front of you and lower your head onto the ground. Try to touch your forehead to the ground and continue with the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka here. Continue with the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka. So breathe in through your lips and hold on to your breath as much as you're able to, and engage the Mula Bandha. Lock in your perineal center and continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. And here you're gonna gaze at the tip of your nose while visualizing Swamiji, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, in your inner space. So let's all try this asana, Uttamangasana.
दासने मन्त्रे अधाहीर्षीर्ष करोति चेत् उत्तानमङ्गासनं न्यायेम्.
Relax. You can relax. Now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Padmasana 5. So in this asana, continue to remain seated cross-legged with your legs on the opposite thigh. And here you're gonna bring your hands together, interlacing your fingers on top of your head. So basically forming an arc with your arms like that. And you're gonna turn your head to the right and gaze to the other armpit. So turn your head to the right and gaze at your armpit. And here continue with the Kumbhaka, the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka. So bring your tongue close to your teeth without touching your teeth, and make your lips in the shape of a beak, and breathe in the air as much as you are able to, and continue with the mantra Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham here. Chant internally, engage the Uddiyana Bandha, where you're going to lock in your perineal center and suck in your stomach, suck your stomach in and up. Here you're going to visualize Lord Shiva blessing you, and where you're experiencing great peace and bliss. So let's try this asana.
Padmasana 5. Upavishyasane samyak bahukirtrivardhan kunchito kakshavoom nimanah kurvan samam ayati talayat.
Okay, relax. Now let us enter into the next asana, which is Kulyasana. In Kulyasana, remain seated in Padmasana, your legs crossed and on top of the opposite thigh. So now you're going to place your right hand on your forehead, and you're going to place the left hand behind your neck. Okay? And you're going to be continuing with the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka. Bring your tongue close to your teeth without touching your teeth, and make your lips in the shape of a beak, and breathe in air through the hole in your ear. Continue chanting internally Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and here gaze at your third eye and visualize a river of Shakti, conscious energy, flowing into you through the Sahasrara chakra, through your crown chakra at the top of your head. So let us enter into Kulyasana.
अतकुल्यासनं वक्ष्ये यत्कृत्वा कौलिको भवेत् एकहस्तं मस्तकस्थो दः शीर्षभिनागे करम्.
Relax. The next asana is Divyasana. In Divyasana, continue to remain seated in Padmasana, your legs crossed on top of the opposite thigh. And here you're gonna wrap your right hand around the back and hold onto the left elbow. Okay, wrap your right hand around your back and hold onto your left elbow, and you're gonna place the left hand onto your stomach like this. Okay, and now you're gonna lean forward and touch your nose to the ground. Okay, so let's try that. Touch your nose to the ground. Here continue with the same pranayama, the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka, where you're gonna bring your tongue close to your teeth without touching your teeth. Make your lips in the shape of a beak and breathe in air through the hole in your lips, and lock in your perineal center in the Mula Bandha. Continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. And here you are going to be visualizing all the celestial gods and goddesses blessing you. So let us enter into Divyasana while gaze at the tip of your nose in this asana.
दिव्यासनं वक्ष्ये पृष्ठं हस्तेन बन्धयेत् एकहस्तमध्यदेशं भूमिहस्तं च नासय.
Relax. Now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Padmasana 5, repeated on the other side. So continue to remain seated in a cross-legged position and bring your hands together, interlacing your fingers on top of your head. And now you're gonna gaze at your left armpit. Gaze at your left armpit. Continue with the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka. Bring your tongue close to your teeth without touching your teeth, and breathe in air through the hole, through the gap in your lips. Engage the Udhyana Bandha, where you're going to be locking in your perineal center and suck in your stomach. Suck your stomach in and up. Continue with the mantra internally, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. And here you're going to visualize Lord Shiva blessing you when you're experiencing great peace and bliss. So let us enter into Padmasana 5.
उपविश्यासने सम्यक् बहु कीर्तिवदा किञ्चितो काक्षयं निमनः कुर्वान् समम् आयति तालयात्.
Good. Relax. Now let's enter into the next asana. The next asana is Kulyasana on the other side. So now remain seated in a cross-leg position, and you're going to place the other hand on one hand. So now place the left hand on your forehead and place your right hand behind the neck. Okay? Gaze at your third eye. Continue with the pranayama, the Kaka Chanku Kumbhaka. Breathe in air through your lips in the shape of a beak. Bring your tongue close to the teeth without touching your teeth, and lock in your perineal center in the Mula Bandha. Continue chanting internally Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, and visualize a river of Shakti, which is the conscious energy, flowing into you through your crown chakra, from the top of your head, the Sahasrara chakra. So let us enter into Kulyasana.
अथ कुल्यासनं वक्ष्ये यत्कृत्वा कौलिको भवेत् एकहस्तं मस्तकस्थोऽधः शीर्षे विनागकरम्.
Relax. And if you're not comfortable in Padmasana, you can give your legs a pause. You can bring them out and stretch your legs if you would like. If not, continue to remain seated in the Padmasana position. So now the next asana is Divyasana, repeated on the other side. So you're going to continue to remain seated in Padmasana, cross-legged, and you are going to be wrapping the right hand around wrap the left hand around the back and hold onto your right elbow. Okay, now place your right hand on your stomach and you're going to lean forward and touch your nose to the ground. Okay, so you will continue with the kumbhaka, the kaka chanku kumbhaka. So touch your nose to your ground, continue with the kaka chanku kumbhaka, lock in your perineal center in the Moola Bandha and continue chanting Om Nithyananda Parama Shivoham in your inner space. Here you are going to visualize all the celestial gods and goddesses blessing you.
अथ दिव्यासनं वक्ष्ये पृष्ठं हस्तेन बन्धयेत् मध्यदेशं भूमिहस्तं च नासय.
Okay, relax. Now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Pavanasana. In Pavanasana, continue to remain seated in Padmasana, cross your legs and place the opposite legs on the opposite thigh. And now you're going to place both hands, interlace your fingers in the Parashu Mudra and place your hands on top of the navel and you're going to raise the head up. Okay, raise your head up and inhale deeply and seal the nostril and hold the kumbhaka here. So continue the kaka chanku kumbhaka. Inhale deeply and hold on to seal the nostrils in this kumbhaka, holding the kumbhaka. Engage the Moola Bandha. Lock in your perineal center and chant Om Nithyananda Parama Shivoham in your inner space. Visualize your body becoming completely purified in this asana, Pavanasana, and gaze at your third eye.
पावनासना अतान्यदासनं वक्ष्ये साधकानां हिताय वै.
Relax. Okay, now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Valgulyasana. So in Valgulyasana, remain seated in Padmasana, crossing your legs and placing them on the opposite thigh. Here it is, you're gonna bend your elbows and hold, so basically lift your legs up like that in Padmasana and you're gonna bend your elbows and hold onto the back of your neck. So try to hold your legs in Padmasana with your elbows, with your hands, bending your elbows and bring your hands behind your neck. You can, if you can take the help of a wall for support also, so you don't fall back. Okay, so it's going to give you more support if you use the help of a wall, or you can take the help of a partner. All right, and here we are going to engage the Ujjayi Pranayama. So in the Ujjayi Pranayama, you're going to constrict your navel center and you're going to breathe in deeply while making the sound of an ocean internally. So breathe in while making the sound of an ocean internally. Okay. So, and engage the Uddiyana Bandha. Lock in your perineal center and suck your stomach in and up. Continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. And here you are going to visualize yourself as a bat, Valgulyasana, and gaze at the tip of your nose.
अथ भूरिभुकटस्य पाचनं सद्योजारमूलसूलदो वाल्गुल्यासनम्.
Okay, relax. Now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Parasaramasana 2. So in this asana, again you are going to continue to remain seated in Padmasana, and you're gonna bring your legs up. But here you're gonna bring your hands in between the legs first. Okay, so bring the hands in between the legs. Actually it is easier in this way to bring your legs up in Padmasana. And again you're going to try to hold the back of your neck. As you can see, it is actually a little more easier than the previous asana with your hands in between the legs. Okay, so hold on to the back of your neck. Continue with the Ujjayi Pranayama. Breathe in deeply, constrict your stomach, and produce the sound of an ocean inside of you. Continue to engage the Uddiyana Bandha. Lock in your perineal center. Suck your stomach in and up. And continue chanting Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham internally. Here, visualize Lord Rama in your inner space. Gaze at the tip of your nose in Parasarama Asana 2. Okay, relax. Now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Garbha Pindasana. So this asana is similar to the previous asana. Continue to remain seated in Padmasana and bring your hands in between your legs. Bend your elbows and place your hands. Here you're going to place your hands over the ears and hold onto your ears. Okay? So this asana, it's a little challenging, where you're gonna, in this position, you're gonna roll onto your back. So basically rocking on your back forward and backwards, making one full circle and coming back to the original position. So in this asana, continue to engage the Uddiyana Ujjayi Kumbhaka, where you're going to be breathe in deeply and lock in and produce the sound of an ocean, and lock in your perineal center in the Moola Bandha and chant internally Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Visualize yourself generating the unlimited potential energy, and in this asana you're gonna gaze at the tip of your nose. So let us try this asana. Just make sure you're not close to the wall so you don't hit yourself.
Garbha
So
Pindasana.
swing on your back.
Use a moment.
Yes.
Garbha Pindasana. Mayuram Pinchamayuram Padmapītāsanam Vitam Kaukutam Garbhapindam cha Kaurmam Yoga Nirsimhakam.
Yes, relax. Now let us enter into the next asana. In the next asana, you are going to be remain seated in Padmasana. The next asana is Simhasana 2. So in Padmasana, you're gonna place the hands down on the mat in front of your body, okay? And you're gonna lean forward. Yes, so in Simhasana 2, remain seated in Padmasana, cross-leg position, and you're going to bring your hands forward in front of you. Touch the ground with your palms, and here you're going to lift your heads up, and you're going to stick your tongue out like this, and continue with the Ujjayi Pranayama. Also breathe in deeply and produce the sound of an ocean internally. Lock in your perineal center in the Moola Bandha, okay? And continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham internally in your inner space. And in Simhasana, as the name of the asana is suggesting, Simha. So visualize yourself embodying the space and state of a lion, and gaze at your third eye in Simhasana 2.
कूर्मपितै च सिंहैः च वातायनं गोमुखं च भरद्वाजं त्रिविक्रमम्.
Yes, relax. Now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Urdhva Kukutasana. So in Urdhva Kukutasana, remain seated in Padmasana, crossing your legs and placing your legs on the opposite thigh. Now you're going to place your hands on the mat in front of you, and you're going to try to lift your legs up. So like that. Try to, if it helps you, you can come onto your knees first and try to lift your legs up. So lift your legs up. In this asana, continue with the Ujjayi Pranayama. So breathe in deeply and constrict your navel center and make the sound of an ocean inside of you while breathing in, and engage the Moola Bandha. Lock in your perineal center and continue to chant Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Here you're going to visualize yourself as a rooster, Urdhva Kukutasana. So let us try this asana.
मयूरं पिञ्चमायूरं पद्मपीठसमन्वितं कौकुटं गर्भपिण्डं च कौर्मं योगनिश्चिमकम्.
Okay, relax. Now let us enter into Padmasana 6. So in Padmasana 6, remain seated in Padmasana, same cross-leg position. Now you are going to try to bring the legs, try to bring the heels as close to your hips as much as possible, okay? Because you're gonna cross your arms behind you and hold on to your opposite toes, okay? So it's gonna help you first if you try to bring your legs as close, your heels as close as possible to your hips, okay? So hold on, cross your hands behind you And in the prana mudra, so with the index finger and middle finger, this is the prana mudra, you're gonna hold onto your toes. Okay, so here engage the perform the Ujjayi pranayama, continue with the Ujjayi pranayama, and engage the, so here you're gonna engage the lock in your perineal center in the Moola Bandha, as well as suck your stomach in and up, okay, and chant internally Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Here visualize yourself as a lotus flower and gaze at the tip of your nose.
Padmasana 7. Ata padmasanam vamorupari dakshinam cha charanam samstapya vamam tata.
Relax. So now let us enter into the next asana. The next asana is Baddha Padmasana. So it is similar position here. So you are going to continue to remain seated in Padmasana and bring your hands around your back and hold onto your opposite toes again in the prana mudra with your index and middle finger, hold onto your opposite toes and continue with the Ujjayi pranayama and engage the Uddiyana Bandha, where you're gonna lock your perineal center and suck your stomach in and up. Continue the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham in your inner space. Visualize yourself as a lotus flower and here gaze at the tip of your nose.
Baddha Padmasana. Padmasanam samstapya tadanguštodvayam punah vitkamena hastabhyam baddha padmasanam bhavet.
Relax. Now we will come to the Shivasana. Lie down on your back. Relax your body. Relax your legs. Relax your body. Relax your hands. So lie down. So lie down. Close your eyes. Relax your entire body. So let's enter into Shivasana. Okay. Relax. You can relax and slowly start to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Bring your knees to your stomach. You can rock your body and slowly come up to a sitting position. And with this, we come to the end of the sequence of Nithyananda Yoga for today. Join us again tomorrow to continue with the Trithiya Vinyasa Krama sequence. And now let us end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagvat Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam Padukarpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Nithyanandam.